Okay, so I want to tell you this stupid story about me and my dad. See, my dad is very hands-on. He's very handy. He knows how to fix stuff. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to fix stuff. I'm worthless. I like to study philosophy and sit around and think all day and not make any money. But my dad can make money by fixing stuff. I did show promise one time because when I was like 2, my dad was working in the garage. This was kind of conjoined to the house, right? So you're in the house, in the kitchen, you open the door, oh, it's the garage, that kind of situation. One time when I was 2, my dad was out working in the garage and I wanted to go be with my dad, but they would always lock the door so I couldn't get in because they were afraid that I was young and dumb and I'd fall down the steps or whatever. So genius Charlie me, what's the word? Prodigy. This is me, a prodigy in the making, right? So I get a screwdriver, I go to the doorknob and I start unscrewing the screws and I unscrew everything and knock it out and the door swings open and my dad is looking at me and like, you know, sunshine shines down on me from heaven and my dad is like, my son, the young mechanical prodigy. And then I turned out to be worthless, so I guess you could say I'm a disappointment. Fast track years later, I'm 22, 23. I don't know how to change my oil. My dad's tried to show me multiple times, but I was never paying attention. So we're changing the oil, right? And my dad is like super anal about getting things dirty in his shop. He has this awesome shop. He's just got these heated floors, beautiful floors, and he had just cleaned the floors, right? So he's bagging on me, don't you get oil on my floors or I'm gonna be pissed at you, because that's how my dad talks. He's always like kind of like condescending, but like in a fatherly, hey, let me help you kind of way, but he always has to say it like this, hey, come here, let me learn you something. Come out to the garage, we're gonna learn you something. Show you how to change the oil because you don't know how to do it yet. He's trying to shame me into actually learning something. So it's funny because we're like laying down, they call them creepers, right? There's these little wooden things with wheels on it. You lay down on a creeper and you get underneath the car. You jack it up, you get underneath the car, underneath it. So we're underneath the car, underneath it. He drained the oil and then you have to like take off the oil filter, which is this weird bulbous looking half a gallon of milk looking thing. You have to unscrew it, right? So he's bagging on me the whole time because he wants me to do it. I'm the one that has to do it so he can learn me something. But he's like making fun of me the whole time because I can't get the freaking oil filter off. And he's poking me in the side, making fun of me, saying stuff like, hey, let me get your mother. You want me to go get your mama? Maybe she can lend you a hand. So I'm like tugging on us and he's poking me and poking me. The car is like shaking around us and he starts yelling. He's like, don't you pull that off. Don't pull that off too hard. You're gonna make a mess. Because basically we had this big tub of oil that all the oil run into, and he was afraid that I would drop the filter and splash it in the oil and get all over his clean floors. I can't do it. Eventually I give up and he's like, oh, you big pansy, let me do it for you. If this don't work, we'll go get your mama. She'll help us. That's not true. Mom doesn't know anything. So he's tugging on this thing. He's tugging on it. Like I seriously, these take like 10 minutes go by. I'm getting so bored. I'm seriously gonna fall asleep underneath this car. And the car is rattling and rattling and rattling. And he's like yelling and yelling and 4-letter words are flying and he's pulling and he's pulling and he's pulling. And then all of a sudden, boom, I hear this crash. And like, there's crap all over me and I can't see and Dad's like, oh gosh. What had happened is he pulled on this so hard and when it finally broke loose, he slammed the oil filter into the oil and it got all over us and all over his clean floor and all this crap and I just lose it and I start making fun of him. I was like, oh, you got the floor dirty, you got the floor dirty. It was so funny, it was so ironic. It was a good day. It was a really good day. Dad was gonna be so pissed if I got his blessed floor dirty and then he is the one who got it dirty. So, oh, yours, Dad. Love my dad. He's a goofball. It's probably where I get it from.